Hi everybody. We are going to be working on a front elevation of this floor plan. And as you may have experienced doing your multi-view drawings and your projections, same principle applies here. So let's just dive right into it here. I'm going to work on the zero layer and grab myself the ray tool and put a ray on the outer walls here and here. And then I'm using the ray to mark off the window here, and the door. All right, so let's establish a line from here to here, about 15 feet down, so we have room for the roof and stuff like that. So I'm going to get the ray tool, and I'm putting a temporary ray here and offsetting by 15 feet, just like this. Go ahead and delete that temporary line right there, and with the trim tool, get rid of this and this. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to put a line down here so that I have the base of the house. So typically it would be somewhere around 8 foot 3 inches, but I'm rounding off for the video here. So to simplify things, I'm going to offset an even 10 feet, just like this. And get rid of that by trimming. Now we start filling some stuff in. Let's get the windows in first. So first of all, we have the left and right lines marking off the windows, but we need to put the bottom and top lines in. We need to box out the actual window. So with that, we're going to start out by offsetting 2 feet dash 10 inches right off the base here. So that'll give us the bottom of the window here and the window here. Now, the top of the window will continue this line up and we'll make the windows 4 feet tall. So let's just go back to offset and we'll put in 4 feet. Just like that. All right, now we will trim out everything that is no longer part of the window. So there's a window isolated right there. And let's do the same over here. Let's trim that out. And there's that window. And then these are just leftover lines. But while we're at it, why don't we go ahead and put the door in? So the door is going to be 6 feet 8 inches tall. So I need to get myself the ray tool, not the ray tool, the offset, and we'll put it in at 6 foot 8 inches. All right. And I don't like the way this line is not matching up with this, so I'm just double checking something here. Yeah, we're fine. We'll just leave it like that. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and trim all that out, and now we have the door boxed out. I think I'm going to put a solid base along the bottom here. So I'm going to grab the polyline and click and come down 6 inches, bring it over the same length as we've got here, which in this case is 40 feet, and match it right up. So right down here, that's sort of like a foundation on it. We would do like a little step up or something to that effect. All right. Now we're going to be showing the gable side of the roof here. So with that in mind, we're going to do a roof pitch of 12 12.5. So let me show you here. We bring this over 12 inches, and then we come down 5, just like that. And let's go ahead and put a line connecting it, and that gives us the angle. And I'm going to go ahead and move that line right down to the corner here. And so there's our angle. I'm putting a temporary line right up the center here. And now I'm going to extend that line. So there's the angle of the roof. Let's go ahead and mirror flip that onto the other side. Let's get rid of that line. And there's the basic gable. So let's now build some stuff around the basic gable here. All right, so what we're going to want to do is put in the pork chops on the side there. And I'm deciding how far out I want to go. I can go 1 foot or I could go 2 feet on it. I think I'm going to do them at, let's say 1 foot here. All right. Before I do that, I think what I'm going to do is come straight up. We're doing 6 inches here. Whoops, wrong way. Reverse that. Bring this up 6. That. Now, I like these to be even, so I'm just going to go ahead and copy it up just like that. And let's go ahead and do a mirror flip with this mirror image. There we go. Delete that. All right, now the reason I did that is in order to set up the overhang here, I needed to kind of see where things are going to be pitched out at, right? So let me do this. I'm going to, there's a number of ways to do this. I think I'll use the offset. I'll offset this out, temporary line at 12 inches right there. Let me see if I can extend to that. Can't. All right, put a little line right here. Let's try it now. There it is. Okay, so we can get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. And I want to bring this straight down 6 inches and then bring it back in. All right, so there we go. Just making sure everything looks good. And let's bring this over to the other side now. As a matter of fact, I think I didn't have to mirror this yet. I can, now that I have the whole thing done, now I can mirror it over. So there it is. Is there a source object? No. All right, so I'm just kind of giving everything a quick glance with my eyes. I think I'm going to get rid of this. I might bring it back later. Okay, let's build our framework for the windows and the door. Let's start out with the door. So I'm going to go to modify and join and putting this all together so it's one solid object, and I'm offsetting this by 4 for 4 inches. All right, so the door's set. Now, you can come back in and put panels in the doors, windows and panels and things like that, but I'm going to leave that up to you on how fancy that gets. Something like that. I know I eyeballed it. I should be measuring, but forgive me. All right, so let's make this happen. So again, let's join this all together so it's one solid object like this. Great. Let's offset first by 2. And then we offset again by 4. Something looks a little off. Let me check my measurements here. Oh, I know why. So let me Control Z. Let me get out of this. Control Z my way back. It should be 4 off of the outer one. There we go. All right, so let's do it again over here. We certainly could copy and put it over, but let's just, we'll do 2 out like this. Oops. And that is why we use the join tool. I'm actually glad I made that mistake so you could see why we join this together. Make sure it's all one. Offset this by 2. Offset it by 4 from the outside. All right, so there we have the basic elevation. Let's go ahead and put some siding in. I'm going to go to the hatch tool, and I'm picking ANSI 31 with an angle. I'm looking at my cheat sheet. I don't have this memorized. 135 for the angle, 135. Scale should be at 30. And there we go. All right, so there's your basics. Maybe throw a doorknob on there. Do a better job with the panels than I did with it. And if you want to, you could also put on a grade if you want to. So we could do a 3 foot here, 3 foot on this side. That's it. So there's the front elevation, and everything else carries through. You build all the others. You can either rotate this and build them all lined up this way, or you can build each side facing sideways and upside down. I like to rotate this, copy it and rotate it to build each side. But there you go. Oh, wait, I forgot one important thing here. We're going to get rid of that. This is important. Offset 4 inches. We want to put the corners on. This here and this here. I'm going to extend these up so they reach the top here, here, and here. And now let's go ahead and put that siding back in. And hopefully you didn't pause and you'll see this part. Okay, fantastic. Have yourselves a great day, everybody. Give this a try.